This is Justin.
And this is Steve.
This is Rage Rock Radio.
We forgot we're from Craving Lucy, you dumbass.
All right, can we do that over?
Take two. Wait, hold on.
Yo, what's up? This is Justin.
This is Steve from Craving Lucy. You listen to the coolest, heaviest place on the internet, RageRockRadio.com.
Where did you go now? Oh, where did I leave you? Well, I must find you somehow.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of The Hidden Track here on RageRockRadio.com. Matt Connerton back with you this week. And I have with me sitting here two members of the band Craving Lucy. How are you guys?
Good, dude.
What's up, buddy?
All right. Well, this is the part where you get to tell us who you are and what you do in the band.
My name's Steve Archambault. Everybody fucks that up.
Really?
I wanted to change the last name, but they said, nah, go with it. Not many people have it. Yeah, I'm like, but everybody fucks it up, guys.
Yeah.
Lead vocalist, songwriter, one of the founding members.
All right.
And I'm Justin Pacey. I'm the drummer. I was the drummer, then I wasn't. Now I am again.
That's a cycle. We have
cool.
ex-girlfriend syndrome. We just
Sure,
want to get
sure.
back with them, you know.
Okay. And who are the other? You're a four-piece, right?
We are.
Okay. And who are the other guys
Yeah.
that are not here?
The other founding member, my partner in crime, Mark Fitzpatrick. He's on guitar, and we have the ever illustrious, multi-talented, multifaceted. Alien from another planet, Nate Comp on bass, and he sings too. So.
Oh, okay. But now, are you guys the ones who usually handle the interviews, or are they just?
Well, nobody actually sees Nate speak.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he's kind of like Elvis,
strong
and,
silent
and
type?
Loch Ness Monster, and
We
Bigfoot.
actually don't even ever talk to Nate.
Yeah,
Really, yeah.
He's kind of he kind of just appears at gigs and
Sure.
rehearsals, and then we don't hear from him. So
Is it all kind of telepathic?
yeah, it's kind of hard to nail Nate down.
Okay.
So to get him for an interview.
All right,
and,
so we definitely don't need
yeah,
him.
so we'd probably figured we'd keep it simple, and you know,
Sure.
Justin and I live up here in Manchester, and Mark was down in Haverhill, and
Oh, okay.
we figured we'd just take care of it.
So you guys
for
are spread
everybody.
out a little bit.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit. You know.
Yeah. Now, how long has Craving Lucy been around?
Well, we started out as we were called Bionic, and
Okay.
that reverts back to when Justin was in the band. We put Bionic together in about 2002, and you know, then we did a 4-song EP with Anthony Resta, who produced the Collective Soul records. Love that song. He did Collective Soul. He did. He worked with Elton John and
Yeah.
you know, a bunch of really cool artists. And he did a 4-song EP for us. We put that out in 2002. We sold a couple thousand copies of that. Made some noise. By 2004, we had the band pretty much solidified. And we went out and did our thing, and we played just a multitude of shows. We kept selling CDs, and it kind of came to a head in 2006, where we did a sold-out show at Candlebox at the Casino Ballroom, and that was kind of the show that started everything for us with creating the record. That's when we had met the indie label that signed us out in New York City, and probably 2 months after that, we went into Longview Farm Studios in North Brookfield, Mass, home of Aerosmith, Jay Giles.
Sure.
212 platinum records come out of that studio.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I slept in Mick Jagger's bedroom for 10 and a half weeks.
Yeah.
So we did the record there with Toby Wright. He produced it. He did the Korn records and
Yeah.
Alice
Oh,
in
yeah.
Chains, and
Yeah.
he did a couple Seven Dust records at that studio as well. So we did that. We were there till about Christmas. We left for L.A. for about the whole month of January, mixing in Toby's studio, The Womb, out in L.A. Came back and went back to New York, to Austining, to Bicoastal Studios, where we re-recorded a song on our disc called I'm Alive. That was one of the songs that actually got us a deal. They liked the original version better, the one that Mark and I put together with Anthony Resta on the Bionic disc, which we tried to tell them from the get-go was the best version. And apparently they didn't believe us until they heard the Toby Wright version and said, I think we're going to go with the other one.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, so we recut that. We recut drum tracks. long story short, the label that we were, ball and chain to had way more money than they had know-how, and basically railroaded the band. And there's a whole lot of chapters to that story, but I'll just keep it short and sweet and say that we were finally out of that record deal this past November of 2008, and got a brand new lease lease of life on the record. We got new management, Steve Sprague and Mike Pastore of Ergo Management, amazing guys. Did more for us in the last 5 months than our label did in 2 years.
Really?
10 times more.
Good.
It's amazing what two guys with faith, know-how, passion can do for a band that they think has a really incredible product. And we found two guys that could do all that actually had more faith in us than we did.
Yeah.
And at the time, I think that's what we needed to pick us back up, because we were knocked down so hard by the label at the time, where I think just about every band on planet Earth would have given up, and we didn't.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden we're here now talking to you guys, and we got a lot really cool shit going on. So
you do, absolutely.
The management company, though, I can't say enough about how hard those guys work. It's
really?
It's ridiculous.
Dude,
that's what it takes.
3 o'clock in the morning, I get emails. No joke, every night.
Yeah.
Asking a question or something, just what do you guys think of this? Or this is what we got for this, and it's like all night. I'm like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
We have
that's cool.
That's what it takes.
It's an amazing union of two guys that, in their own capacity, are at the top of their food chain. Steve Sprague, who is the guy that, he does the marketing, he does all of the online stuff with the networking sites, and he builds our websites. He put together our YouTube channel, Craving Lucy Vids. So if you go to YouTube and just type in Craving Lucy, we started it the middle of January. So we're talking about 5 months ago, a little over 5 months ago. And in 5 months, we've got almost 6,000 subscribers to our Craving Lucy channel and almost 40,000 friends. And it's crazy. I mean,
80,000 views today.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and it's just it's exploding. It's awesome. And Steve, he put that on. He started that channel to get feedback and to kind of get a gauge on the demographic of people that were into the band, and see what kind of opinions and what kind of rapport that we'd get from the material. And it was really crazy, because we never had anything like that before. Simple stuff like that our label didn't even do.
Sure.
Stuff that just gets you out there, just to market you and get you to the masses, where the internet is such a powerful tool, man. I mean, you can it's like your worldwide press kit.
Absolutely.
And they never took advantage of it. Well, in 5 months, Steve was able to do that. I mean, he's put together multiple sites for us. He has uploaded us to so many just key sites on the internet that just generate so much traffic. And every day we're seeing numbers spike. 5 months ago, before these guys really took over the reins, we were getting 200 spins a day on MySpace.
Sure.
And in the last 2 weeks, we've been averaging 10 to 14,000 spins a day on MySpace. Yeah.
I get mad now when it's not at 9,000
Yeah,
spins by 6 o'clock.
The first time I ever saw 2,000 spins in one day, it's like I wanted to go out and get drunk. I was so excited. The unsigned guys, you're not used to that. And then when all of a sudden people start finding you, sometimes it's all it takes. And it's amazing how much of a compass that is still with the industry. And it's 3 times harder now than it was a year or 2 years ago to get your song on a radio station, or just to get it on a bigger platform where people can hear it. And all this is kind of all working together, and it's helping to bring the music to a much broader spectrum of people, and it's all at your fingertips. Well,
the industry is changing so much and so quickly from day to day. So it's great that you have a couple of guys who are really on top of that and who really get it.
Well, it's in going to the other half of the management team. Our buddy Mike Pastore, who I met about a year and a half ago when we were still with Riker, but we were just in we were in the mud. We were going nowhere. So it was just kind of, Mike had all the contacts, but he didn't want to exercise any of those contacts and really put us out there until he knew he had the band was solid because we were having internal problems with members. You know, our drummer quit, well over a year ago, and we didn't tell people that for 6 months after.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we didn't want to show signs of weakness, and we didn't want to let that get in the way of any progress. So
yeah.
But now that the band's together and tight and ready and ripping and raring to go, Mike is utilizing everything he's got, and he's got some amazing aces in the hole, and he's using all of them, and it's all working out. So
good. Well, let's hear a tune. I'm dying to hear something. What do you guys want to play?
How about
you get to pick?
Therapy,
right? Yeah, we're gonna.
I was hoping you'd say that. Yeah, I was on the site earlier, and that's my favorite.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, that's the one that's going out to radio.
Excellent. So. All right. So this is Therapy from Craving Lucy on the Hidden Track on RageRockRadio.com.
RageRockRadio.com. The heaviest place on the internet.
Trying to find that special instrument with great service? Indie Music Store in Milford, New Hampshire has what you need. 603-673-2733. New and used instruments, sheet music and books, student rentals, trade-in and consignment. Owned and operated by Jeff Harrington, a custom drum maker who specializes in drum sales, repairs, and restoration. Indie Music Store, located at 307 Elm Street in Milford, New Hampshire. 603-673-2733. Or visit them on the web at indiemusicstore.biz. Indie Music Store, independent store for independent musicians.
Looking
Looking to amp up an event or party? Call Loudkeeper Sound.
In New Hampshire, 603-289-1409.
Indoor-outdoor concerts, festivals, public address speaking, conference meetings, outings and
parties and more.
603-289-1409
or on MySpace at myspace.com/loudkeeperaudio.
Top quality sound reinforcement for all your event needs. Drumlin Down Studios. Located in the foothills of New Hampshire Seacoast, Drumlin Down Studios is a state-of-the-art recording studio for all your recording needs at prices you can afford. Call 603-580-5339 or visit Drumlin Down on the web at drumlindown.com. No project is too large or too small. Call 603-580-5339 for information. Drumlin Down Studios.
All right, so that was Therapy from Craving Lucy here on the Hidden Track on RageRockRadio.com. Great tune, guys. Like I said, that's my favorite. I was on the website.
Thanks, man.
Checking out the material, and I don't think have we mentioned the website address yet?
Well, which one? We got a few.
Well, there's cravinglucy.com.
Cravinglucy.com, which actually, it's probably going to be, the new one's going to be up in...
Probably today.
Yeah.
Might even already be up.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a new site already?
Yeah, we're revamping it, redoing it, just kind of...
A little more user-friendly.
Yeah, a little more... just a little bit more functional, a little more easy to navigate.
Sure.
So yeah, cravinglucy.com, and obviously MySpace /cravinglucy, and our
Facebook,
and our YouTube Facebook. We don't even know who the fuck has the fucking. We can't even get into our Facebook page, dude.
Really?
Well, how many do we have? 2 Facebook pages now?
Yeah, I think Steve. They started a new one, and we got the URL set.
But there was one, the first one that we had that's been there for like 2 years. We can't even remember who started the Facebook page. So
no kidding.
We have no administrative rights to get in there, change shit, scrap it, do whatever. I don't have any idea who did that.
Yeah,
can't remember. I don't know if it was one of the old guys in the band or what it was, dude. No idea. But anyway, so we're on Facebook too. So MySpace and then YouTube. Mm-hmm. The channel is youtube.com/cravinglucyvids.
Okay.
We got like 22 different videos up there.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it all live clips? Or
there's a bunch of live clips. There's some in-store performances from Newbury Comics we did a little over a year ago.
Uh-huh.
There are... There's Mark and I posted a thank you, kind of a stupid thank you to YouTuber fans that we did after a shoot we did about a week ago. There's just a bunch of different stuff up there. There's behind-the-scenes footage from Longview Farm Studios where we did the record.
Cool.
That's pretty cool. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's fun, man. We have a good time. We're going to be uploading some more stuff too. We're going to be taking a lot more footage from, shows coming up and just silly shit. Just have fun with YouTube because we learned that people like the impromptu stuff, the spur of the moment crap.
Absolutely,
It's fun.
Oh, totally.
Watch people be people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So maybe we'll get a video of Justin doing something bad.
Zoinks! I don't ever do anything bad.
Yeah. So tell us about the album and where we can find that. And this gets a little complicated, right? I don't know how deep you want to get into it. But
a little bit. I mean, you know what? There's a to anybody listening out there that's looking for the Craving Lucy disc. You can get it. You can get it off any of the websites we just mentioned. Mm-hmm. And if you go to iTunes, for example, and you type in Craving Lucy in the search, you're going to get 2 records. You're going to get one with an apple on it.
Okay.
That's the bad one.
Okay.
Stay away from that one.
The bad apple.
Yes, stay away from the bad apple. It can cause blindness and cause all kinds of harm to your grandparents. Don't buy that.
Oh my!
And then there's the other one, the blue one, the one that's it's titled Therapy. It's got the barbed wire. That's the one you want.
Okay.
And it's different from it's a little different from the one with the apple. The one with the apple doesn't benefit this band at all.
Okay.
It's just one that is now still being exploited and distributed for what's left on inventory, and everybody but the band financially is benefiting from that. We're not seeing a dime from that. The one with the barbed wire titled Therapy, that's the one that has everything and anything to do with this band and all the people that actually care about this band.
Cool. Okay.
Involved with it. There's a track on there that is added that's not on the Bad Apple disc. Yeah. We have a song called Burn on there. That's that you won't find on the first record and that we wanted on this one.
Yeah.
And we actually did record that with Toby for the record, but it didn't make the disc. And quite honestly, I'm glad because the version that's on there now is much better. So,
Okay.
So you want to get the Therapy record.
Okay.
And you'll find that on iTunes. You can go to Amazon, CD Baby especially, and anywhere online that sells discs, you'll be able to find that.
So the one. The Bad Apple one, that's
Yes.
from the label that
Stay
you
away
won
from that one.
previously.
Yeah, that's from Diaper Hell.
Okay.
Yeah, those guys are reaping the benefits of all that record. We're not seeing anything from it.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's still our music. It's just packaged and it's been issued again the way it should have been issued the first time.
Right. And you guys got a lot going on at radio. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. We're on a national radio campaign now with that song you just heard, Therapy. Really, really exciting stuff. We got picked up. Our first week of ads was June 23rd. We had 6 ads, including 2 nationals, which include SiriusXM's Octane.
Okay.
We're now in heavy rotation. It started at 2 to 3 spins a day, and we're getting upwards of 5 now, which is amazing.
So for our listeners who don't know, ad means that's when a radio station
that's when a radio
starts
station
to-
adds you to their playlist.
Right.
That's when a radio station decides that they're going to drop this band, that band, or whatever, and add your band.
Right.
Which, that's a compliment in itself.
Absolutely.
And it's a very exciting, probably one of the most exciting things that can happen to a guy in a band who's written songs, and to actually hear it through the radio when it's not on a CD.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's pretty cool. So we got added to Sirius Octane. It's on channel 20 on Sirius, and XM, I believe it's channel 48.
Okay.
The other one is Music Choice. That's the other national. That's the cable stations and that goes to 44 million homes. We're on the rock.
huge.
We're on the rock station, and the rock channel on Music Choice is the number 1 most viewed, most tuned into channel. That's 4 million listeners a day. So that's pretty cool. We got added in Abilene, Texas, and Merced, California, which spills into San Francisco, right down through Fresno. There's a station in Chicago. It's the number 3 market in the whole country. It's WIIL. There's another station, and I don't remember the call letters, but they are in Ocean City, Maryland.
Yeah.
And they have all of lower Delaware and a couple counties in New Jersey. And it's really cool because, if you take a map and you put like little pins on the map, it's like we're kind of in each section of America. Like, we're on the East Coast, we're in Texas, then there's Chicago, and then there's California.
Right.
So it's kind of neat to see that the band is kind of hitting in all the different regions so far.
Right.
Spread out as it can get, but hitting in all the different regions where a lot of times.
And we're going to get more
they focus.
ads as the weeks go on.
Sure.
Every Tuesday, more ads happen.
Yeah.
And so, by the time this comes on, Rage Rock, you never know, dude. You never know how many we're gonna get. So we're hoping for more every Tuesday. It's a summer. It's all summer long and into the fall for the campaign. And it's really exciting. I haven't heard it on XM or anything yet.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard my music through the radio.
I got
I'm looking
not only
forward
did I
to
get to hear it, but it's really cool because I have friends all over the country.
Yeah.
That not only are hearing it, but I'm getting pictures of the little Sirius radio screen.
Oh, the receiver.
Oh,
says
no kidding. That's
Craving
cool.
Lucid
Yeah.
Therapy on it, and I'm just like,
That's
that's
very
awesome.
cool.
You know,
Pretty badass.
Yeah.
Do you know how many stations you're being spun on right now?
Right now it's 6, but we're getting
Test spins everywhere.
We're getting
Yeah.
we got test spins in over 12 other markets.
Okay.
In that range, that was North Carolina, South Carolina, Colorado, Oklahoma City, a couple more in California, two in Michigan,
Yep.
Yeah.
Saginaw and Flint. And some of these incorporated, the cage matches. We all know what that is.
Oh, yeah.
You pit one band against another new band single.
Right.
For example, there was a station in South Carolina that pit us up the first night against Drowning Pool's new single.
Yeah.
We beat them. We got 78% of the vote
Nice.
with Therapy. The second night, they spun us against Green Day's 21 Guns. We got 68%.
Wow.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
And the next night was a slugfest, but we lost.
Oh,
but
really?
we lost with dignity because we lost the Kill Switch engage.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But,
no
it's,
shame in that.
That's Kill Switch, man.
Yeah, yeah,
You
absolutely.
can't fuck with those guys. But
Yeah.
it was like 55 to 45. So we did okay.
Yeah. No, winning those is cool because that's voted on by listeners.
Right.
That's not a program director or a music director deciding what they're going to spin. So
exactly, the others were the smash or trash kind of format where they just get feedback from people.
Sure.
And every single market that spun us, we got 70% plus like thumbs up.
Nice.
So we're hoping that by next ad date, which is the next Tuesday, the ones that kind of sat back and watched the first week of ads, kind of. Latch on and hopefully add us to their playlist. So.
Yeah, nice.
It's kind of cool too. Like going on the YouTube video page. Especially for the video for therapy. It's like every day there's X amount more spins, but there's that many more comments as well.
Right.
And you go on and read, and like a lot, especially in the last week, it's been I heard you guys on Sirius, or I heard you on WIIL in Chicago, or I heard you here, and it's like, so. It's working.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool, man.
Yeah,
and it still amazes me too with what different ears hear when they hear your stuff,
right?
Because we're so close to the music. To us, it's just they're our babies, like they're our kids. So we see them all differently than other people would hear them. And some of the bands that we hear, you guys sound, like anything from Breaking Benjamin, or you sound like Soundgarden, or you sound like. Like we get all of these.
I heard Guns N' Roses. I read one today that said Guns N'
really?
Roses.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and I'm
what?
thinking we don't sound like that.
Do we?
What's the most surprising one that you guys have
The
heard?
most surprising one.
For me, Guns N'
Probably Guns
Roses.
N'
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
No kidding.
I don't know. Just
Great compliment.
Yeah,
It's just-
absolutely.
If someone someone says Soundgarden to me, I'm just like, what? Because that's a compliment, man.
Yeah,
How can it not be
absolutely.
a compliment?
Yeah, that's great.
When you got your you get comparisons from your contemporaries, whether it be Hinder or 3 Days Grace or something like that. I mean, and that's all cool. But when you hear stuff like
legends,
exactly. That's
it's
the word
just
I was thinking of.
it's
Yeah,
like, damn, that's really. And you just want to talk to those people,
a
high
good
five
omen.
them,
Yeah,
just kind of, but you can't do it.
A lot of the comments too that I've been noticing, are people that hear about it from a friend and then they go and check it out, and it says, I'm not really a fan of this style of music, but you guys are awesome.
Right. That's a huge compliment.
That's the best compliment that we get.
Absolutely.
Is I'm not usually into this, but I love it.
Yeah.
Or I didn't think I'd like it. It's not usually what I listen to, but I love it.
Right.
That means that there's some threads in there. There's some elements of what we do that crosses over and hits home with people where they're not turned off by it and they actually kind of latch onto it. It's almost like they discover something that they didn't think they'd like.
Right.
But maybe, with other bands they don't like it, but they found something somewhere.
That's huge.
And what we have going on that they latch onto it and they dug it. And that's you can't buy that like a feeling better than that sometimes.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's really cool. That means there's a golden word in radio with songwriting and everything. It's called crossover. And if you can do that, and you can cross over and bridge yourself from fans that like, the Seether and the Papa Roach to, the people that like, the Three Doors Down or the stuff that's not quite as edgy.
Yeah.
And you can get those people in the same auditorium.
Yeah.
You double your ticket sales, or you triple your
Absolutely.
ticket sales, and you also quadruple your fan base. So,
Absolutely.
And that's what I think every band hopes to do.
Well, why don't we hear another tune, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more before we wrap up. But
Right on,
what do you guys want to play?
We're thinking Colorblind, right?
Yeah.
Colorblind?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. It's a tune called Colorblind. It's probably one of the most fun. One of the songs that we play, we have the most fun with.
Yeah,
live, so.
cool. All right, well, let's hear it. This is Colorblind from Craving Lucy here on The Hidden Track on RageRockRadio.com.
RageRockRadio.com. The heaviest place on the internet.
Deep inside, will I need to find a reason why the fire in your heart's so cold, and why's it burning my hand?
So we just heard Colorblind from Craving Lucy here on the Hidden Track. And so let's recap. You guys doing a lot at radio. Mm-hmm. Do you have any big shows coming up? Any touring you're going to be doing that you want to tell us about?
Right now, oh gosh, I'm probably going to have to edit this because I was just going to say something. I keep forgetting that we're airing this. You might want to rewind this off the record. I keep forgetting this is airing on the 14th because I want to talk about, because like we're going to see, we're stopping in and having a meeting with Paradigm tomorrow, which is they're a national booking agency. They're
Sure.
like with Agency Group and they're like the big guys.
Yeah.
We're going in and talk to their rock guy tomorrow.
Nice.
And so as of right now, you know,
you got things in the works.
Right now, there's a lot of things on the table, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of things, you know, that we're putting together. It's also going to include doing like a radio show tour where we're going to be going to a lot of the different radio stations that picked up the band. Mm-hmm. You know, shaking hands, kissing babies, that kind of shit.
Yep.
You know, we're just wanting to go pay attention to the people that are paying attention to us.
Exactly.
You know? And whether it's doing shows in the towns or the cities, or even doing live acoustic sets right on the radio stations themselves.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
Oh,
I've done that
absolutely,
before,
yeah.
and there's nothing like doing that live stuff.
Yeah, totally.
It's really cool.
I think too, as you were saying, as stuff kind of starts to unfold a little more over the next couple of weeks or months, even, as long as we keep getting ads on radio and things are going well, and I mean, that's obviously the bigger shows will start to roll in more consistently.
Yeah, there's a lot of a lot of radio shows for the summer that stations put together with multiple bands.
Oh,
a
sure.
lot of them are
Yeah.
new bands,
Yeah.
and the invites are already being extended too.
Good.
So we're trying to corral everything and put together a real smart tour plan. And it's just going to be a lot of work, but it's if you love what you do, it's hard to call it work.
Exactly. It's like I think Confucius said, "Find a job you like, and you never work another day."
And that's so fucking true. Dude.
Yeah.
People say all the time, "Oh, do you have to work tonight?" I'm like, no, I have to play tonight. I'm playing tonight.
Yes, we're performing tonight.
And
It's like, what do you do best? I sit down and watch TV. Well, if you can get paid, and people would come to see you watch TV, and they pay you.
I want that job.
Yep.
Yeah, seriously, man. That's the way to go.
Let's review where everybody can keep up with you online.
Yeah, cravinglucy.com.
Okay.
For sure. MySpace /Craving Lucy. That's got everything. That's got the music right on the front page. Everybody knows how MySpace works.
Yep.
And we're also going to be doing some, we're going to be uploading more stuff to our YouTube channel, which is Craving Lucy Vids.
Okay.
And if you guys get 20 minutes, half an hour, 5 minutes, 2 hours, and you kind of want to see what the band's all about, and hear a variety of tunes, and sometimes it's just fun just to read what people have to say about your band.
Right.
Check out the Craving Lucy Vids channel. Subscribe too. I mean, 6,000
Comment.
strong almost already, and
Nice.
and it's growing. We're getting almost at this point almost 100 a day for subscribers.
Cool.
And
Okay.
we also just partnered up with YouTube too, where the advertising, and you can
Oh,
actually
sure,
make
yeah.
money per clicks and stuff
Right,
like that.
right.
So, and we're a band doing it, and they turned down over 98% of the applications.
Oh, no
And
kidding.
they said,
Yeah.
come on
Oh,
aboard.
very cool.
So, little guys from Boston making click money.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
whoring ourselves up for click
My
money.
RMX too.
My RMX. Yeah, we got to talk about this real quick.
Sure.
If you go to either cravinglucy.com or you go to the MySpace page, there's a link there to myrmx.com, and MyRMX, it's a new application for cell phone ringtones.
Okay.
It's coming equipped standard on multiple million Samsung phones, Nokia phones. This summer, in the heart of the summer, it's going to be on a lot of the smartphone platforms. That's a mouthful. And this application allows you to go to myrmx.com, download what's called mix packs of songs. You can remix the song. You can take the drum line and the bass line, the guitar line. You can mix it any way you want and create your own ringtone.
Oh, cool.
And it's a one of a kind thing.
Yeah.
Craving Lucy was the flagship rock artist that got launched with it, and
Wow.
we've got over 25,000 downloads of people that downloaded Burn, and I'm Alive is up there now.
Yeah.
For people to download off their website.
I actually
too.
heard the number today. was up like 36,000.
36,000
Wow.
downloads for Craving Lucy
Nice.
on my RMX. So
That's phenomenal.
That's
All right.
really cool. So it came uploaded with Burn already, and then you can download I'm Alive.
Yeah.
So that's actually really, really cool. And whatever you create, you can re-upload to the site, and other people, if they like what you've created, can download that
Oh,
as their
wow.
ringtone as well. So
That's very cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a brand new technology, and they launched it about a month and a half ago, and
Yeah.
they did the worldwide launch. I think either just happened or is gonna happen.
Oh, so it's very new.
Yeah, they did a beta launch about a month and a half ago,
Oh,
like
okay.
the soft launch.
Yeah.
To kind of work the bugs out, but they said it's about 99% bug free. So
Cool.
So that's pretty
Okay.
cool too. So yeah, but all those websites, MySpace, YouTube, and CravingLucy.com.
Cool. Well, you guys got a lot going on. I wish you a lot of success, but not that you need it because you're making it happen on your own and your
Trying,
new
man.
your new
Thanks,
management and
man.
everything. So
Thank
that's
you.
great.
Yeah, we couldn't
And,
do it without them. They rock.
Yeah, definitely.
So to Steve Sprago, Nibbles,
Nibbles and Paddle.
and Paddle, Mike Pastore, and you
I'm not
guys
going to ask
rock.
how Nibbles got his name, but
You meet him, you'll know.
all right. Oh wow. Okay then.
We love
You,
Steve-O.
Steve. We love you. We love
So I
you.
hope you guys come back soon, and because you got a lot going on. So
Yeah,
down the
man,
line, we're definitely
definitely
going to
come
want to
back.
have you back in
Dude,
and
we come
get
back.
an update.
Hopefully, when we come back, we'll have some just wicked stories for
Cool,
you, dude.
cool.
I hope so.
All right. Well, let's leave with one more track. What do you guys want to play?
Yeah, Justin and I talked this over, and
Okay.
yeah, real quick during the break, I think we want you guys to spin a song called "Far Away."
Far Away.
Yeah.
All right, so here it is. This is Far Away from Craving Lucy on the Hidden Track on RageRockRadio.com. Thanks a lot, guys.
Later, man. Peace.
I think it's alright, I think it's okay. I saw the sun when I woke up today. I felt the light kissing my face, giving me strength to search for a place where I can crawl inside and hide behind a dream. I know better. I guess I'm changing. Oh, this is a time and a place. We are ever changing. Close my eyes, look inside. Now I can see your face. Another time, another place. Although I'm rearranging, I'm still here. I'm never far away. All that we had, it's understood. Forget all the bad, remember the good. There's faith in a soul, there's truth in a song. Doing what's right can hurt more than what's wrong. Sometimes I can't explain emotion from your pain. Everything's changing. I've rearranged.
RageRockRadio.com. The heaviest place on the internet.